Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to Pacific Paradise, and welcome back to this island we find ourselves on. Here we are in front of the Great White Bar and Grill with the aeroplane in the background. We are on this island because, well, it is our home island, the Great White and Bar and Grill. We are a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty, so we're going to grab some meat and just look out to sea because we came back home from that direction last time. We killed a Great White, we killed a hammerhead, we explored a new island. And then I thought, well, it's time to do something with the house because the house has been, it's kind of a little bit ugly bugly, but it's worse than that, Jim. It's gone. Like, the whole thing has been absolutely demolished. So between episodes, what I've done is I took an axe to it. I took an axe to the entire house and absolutely got rid of it. And then I went into the save game file and use Notepad++ to delete the corner sections which we couldn't delete before. So if we drop down into the water, in fact if we go in this direction, there are still going to be pieces of it all over the sea floor. How long did it take? Oh, I'm glad you asked. It took a heck of a long time to dismantle the house. So we've got piles of wood, piles of sticks, piles of bricks, piles of metal as far as the eyeballs can see. I had to take out a crab because the crabs were threatening just to run through everything. So what we're going to do is jump up and have a little look and to see what the house looks like currently. So we are going to need to find one of these trees, have a little hoof up here, and just see what we're working with. It is 8:24 in the morning, so we jump up here. Yep, the house is gone. So we have the quayside, we have the little shed we built down on the quayside to house boxes. We got the bump stop for the raft itself and the giant raft. We have the Great White Bar and Grill with a Great White on it and the tiger shark behind it. We have the storage to the left and to the right. We have the helipad. And we have the big yellow rafts as beacons out into the night, but we don't have a house. We have the walk road that we built later on underneath the house, but we don't have a house. Well, it was kind of big and blocky and kind of ugly, and I was like, well, I'm going to need to demolish the whole thing, so that's what I did. So what we're going to need to do is clear out our inventory, and then, as soon as our inventory is cleared, probably grab a bunch of bricks and get to work. So we'll jump down into here.
20 seconds later, Unit 2 was stopped by Target Beta's attack. I believe the project chairperson summed it up best.
This is pathetic! This is all your fault! You totally screwed up my debut battle!
What are you talking about? You're the one who charged in there acting like an idiot!
Okay, also I have noticed our leg is still broken. Our leg is still in a splint and I don't know why. I don't know how long it's been since we last fell off the house, but it should be fixed by now. Interesting. Things that have been brought down. Well, the table and chairs still are in existence. We're going to need to get rid of all of these, so we're going to need to go back up, get rid of everything, and then come back down, and there's planks everywhere. Yeah, it was kind of a messy demolition. Going to need a drink as well. Drink straight out of the tap. There we go. So, 9:29 in the morning. Good. There are going to be some problems with this, absolutely straight off the bat. I can see several issues, one of which is the house is just not going to fit over the walkway. Because my plan is to build a rounded house. I'm just going to dump all this in here and hopefully it just doesn't clip out of the structure, which it can absolutely do. I think one more. One more? Nah. Okay, cool. Let's just close that mess up and... oh yeah. Some bits of wood are in fact clipping out through the walls. Not good. You can be in a situation where you have too many things backed up into a small space, and eventually what will happen is it all explodes outwards with the force of an exploding star. And all your physics objects get scattered into the sea, so what we're going to do is pick up bricks instead, because we have plenty of them. And I was thinking, the house that I'm planning on building is probably a little bit bigger than the one we had in terms of floor space and materials. So what I'm planning on doing, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 bricks. That'll do to begin with. What I'm thinking of doing is building some of the floor at least out of ceramic, because we can get a lot more ceramic than we can get wood. wood is kind of a finite resource. Ceramic is, well, kind of not, because the game is slightly bugged. Good. I also had a little look to see what we could do in between episodes, which is why there's been a bit of a gap between the last one and this one. So we'll whip out a hammer, and then I think we need to start off with a wedge. And it has to be like that. Good. I'm going to fill that in. The trouble with using the wedges are absolutely ridiculous when it comes to building, because they don't fit perfectly above a square section. If you were just to build a round circle above here, and imagine that another wedge would end up over there, over the central section of the building, you would be mistaken. It would just end up slightly offset. So that's going to be what's happening with our building. It's going to end up slightly offset. So I'm going to build around in a circle. I'm going to do that there, and then I'm going to do that there, just lining the tiles up. Hopefully we can also build inwards, but there are more and more issues the more and more I look at this. So what we need to do is hopefully build in such a way that if things, well, kind of get stuck, we can dismantle bits and pieces. Unfortunately, brick sections, metal sections, and plank floor sections take 30 hits to dismantle, so they're a little bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. My main issue with the old house, though, was it was a bit too boxy, a little bit too square, kind of rectangular, and I wasn't really feeling it. I like organic, I like curves, I like sweeping, well, organic curves. I mean, there's no easy way of describing that. So what I'm going to do is get the end on first. Now, I was looking to see if we could actually get a square tile just over that exactly, but it's kind of hard to work out exactly where everything's going to end up. So we're just going to hammer these bits in. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit slow until we can start getting things like the walls and stuff on. Also, we are going to need to keep an eye on the sun. I'm betting there's not going to be a storm today, or a rain, or anything that's going to stop the SPF absolutely ruining our skin. So that's kind of an issue. Also, we can already see that these square outer edges are not lined up with anything on the inside in terms of the floor below. So that's just something we've got to keep an eye on. When it comes to building a house, you have to also work out how the roof is going to go on. And for this, I've kind of worked out how the roof is going to go on. And it needs these square sections on the outside in order for the roof to actually tessellate and fit. If you have triangle sections on the outside, you won't be able to put, oh, is that a storm? Look up at the sky, look down again. That's rain. That's actually kind of excellent. Why is it excellent? It means the SPF is no longer going to be murdering our skin. Well, actually it is for a little bit, until the storm fully kicks in. It also means we don't have to worry about watering the farms, because we're on the island where the farms exist. So that means the farms and the water stills are all going to get watered. Right, we've got this far. We've come so far. We can leave these steps here and then pick up some of these planks. Let's grab these. Chonk, 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 chonk. So what did you do when you were dismantling this building? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you asked. I was watching videos about Star Trek. Oh, alright. So what we can do is we have to kind of work out, I think, there. And I think there. Because triangles will go here and here. Okay, that's fine. So the steps are okay where they are. And then this central section should, in theory, yeah, just get filled in with triangles. And it's going to ignore the floor section below. Now, we are not going to be able to have a walkway coming from the top of these storage units to here. Well, we can get it to here because I think this will line up perfectly. On the other side, it's not going to line up at all. We just have to deal with the fact that it's not going to line up at all. So I'm going to use the last of the bricks and just tippity tap that in, we might need to get some more brick. Now we can do that because the game is still bugged on the PC version. Isn't that cheating? I mean, my dude, grabbing resources in this game means going to an island, getting a lot of clay, getting it all refined and turned into bricks. And it's just like, well, or we could just save ourselves a bunch of pain and use a bug in the game. Which is something that I'm going to do. We're using two-tone floor, because why would we not? So we'll hammer this in, and then we could put another floor section in here. And no more floor sections. Okay. I'm going to hammer in what we have. So far, the house is actually a little bit wider than it was before. So it was a single square floor, surrounded by these triangle sections. And it kind of worked. We kind of fudged the roof onto it using square corners at the ends. But it only just worked, and I felt it kind of looked a bit too industrial. A little bit too wrong. So far we have now a rounded, slightly wider building, which means the roof should go on. So it should be a triangle corner, flat corner, triangle, flat, triangle, and then flat all the way along for as long as we want to build the house. Neat. So what do we need? What do we need? Well, the SPF is now full because we're not doing battle with the sun. We're going to need some more planks, and we're going to need some more bricks. We can get more bricks from... We can get them from the farm. We can do that. I can be the boy. I can be the boy that gets them from the farm. How do you do that? Well, what is that? Oh, another hammer. Just on the floor. Okay. Yeah, well, I think we're okay for hammers for the time being, so I'll do that. There are a pile of bricks on the beach, but last time we only used them for walls and the roof. What we didn't use them for was... Oh! Hey, buddy, we probably need to refresh our axes. Bonk. No, he's going to turn around, isn't he? Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, well, he almost did. He almost got away with it. He would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for this pesky axe. Alright, we'll throw that over there. Food and water are kind of okay. What we can do is have a little bit of fruit. Nom 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 nom. And these are all going to get watered by the rain, which is fine. And these are all going to get tippity-top by the rain. So food and water is not bad at all. So how did you demolish the correct corner sections? Oh, I'm glad you asked. What I did for the house is I actually damaged the corner sections while making sure that the corner sections in the farmhouse were absolutely fully repaired. So I could work out which roof corner section in the JSON file to delete, which I showed you last time, if you're kind of interested in doing that. So I had to edit the JSON file using Notepad++, which is a markup text editor. And this is going to go bonk, and then we're getting wooden bricks. They're all falling on the veranda though. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, no, the PC version's bugged, so it doesn't fully dismantle. What it actually does, as far as the game's concerned, is it says, oh, the game looks at this and says, this has now 0 health, and it refunds the bricks. Can I pick any of those up? No, I can't. I have to kind of look at it from the outside. Alright, well, we'll grab these. Can I get up from here? I'm not entirely sure. Nope, a little bit too far back. Almost. Or we could just grab them. Just grab a few from the roof. It's not elegant. Not an elegant solution. One more? Alright, that'll do. That'll do for the time being. So what is the time of day? Ah, 16:04. It's actually quite late in the day. Ooh, that's not so bad. So we have a new rounded... That is much wider than it was before. Yeah, much wider. I'm kind of liking that. It's not hugely offset, but it's not too bad. Alright, let's go up and carry on. I will carry on. So if we run up here, I think, yeah, we can skip over the gaps in the steps, and then we can just run up. Oh, well, we can't run up there. Can we just run up there? Just like that? Just like that, you say? Yeah, I was thinking that, but that hubris kind of got in the way. So there is a little gap there. I'm kind of thinking what we could do is maybe build this out sideways and then maybe put another set of steps in here. That might be a good idea. All right, let's hammer some stuff in, or at least put some floors in. So put that in. And then do the same thing over here. Now, if we hammer this in. Ooh, as the sun goes down on a beautiful day. Well, we had a little bit of rain, but we needed the rain to keep the sun off and to keep everything watered so we could just build. Right, so if you look here, this floor section here is not even remotely in line with the floor section below. That is wildly out. Yeah, and that's because we added a curve at the end. So where do we put the curve here? That's an interesting question. This basically comes to just before the end of this upright. So if we look over here, if we round off the corner now, round off the end now, I don't know if it's going to actually come over the end of that upright. So symmetry is going to be a little bit of an issue, but to be honest, I'm not too upset if it's not fully symmetrical. So this ends up overhanging by quite a bit. I think this will be fine. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 square sections. That seems all right. It's going to be quite a big old house. So if I do this and I do this, that means what we can do is drop down, boop, and then see. Let's be checking our supplies. Weather. No, see, that's actually offset. That's following what's down here and not locking to what's up there. So that's kind of an issue. That might mean we need to take out this square here. But that is actually going to overhang. So maybe we can fudge it from the top. Do a little jump. So if I knock this in, as the sun really is going down. Food and water situation is okay, but there's only a couple of minutes left before the sun completely disappears, and we are going to have a slight problem because the house had lanterns, but a lot of those lanterns are now in the raft for safekeeping. So what I'm going to do is finish this floor section, and then we're going to drop down and then just go to bed. Now the bed is on the gyro pad because, well, it's at the same level. It's also lit up here. So we will save and then we will sleep. And we wake up and there's another beautiful morning as the sun comes up over the Blue Hole map. So that map over there is Blue Hole, and you can download it if you want. It is available in the video description for the PC version of the game. Yep, this is the PC version of the game, so this is the version that is on Steam, if you were interested, which is why, well, we can get away with so much. So much. Right, we'll jump up here. Where's the music gone? Where's the morning music? I feel something is wrong. There it is. Something is wrong. Right, so, can we get the wedge to actually stick to the right section? Yes, we can. So these wedges are okay, because they're not perfectly aligned with the floor below. But this one wants to align with that section there, so maybe, I can get that to fudge in? No, that really wants to lock in the wrong place. Ah, is that it? Yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go. Now we know. And that's going to be fine. Right, okay. A little bit of jiggery pokery. So these triangle sections have been and always will be a pain in the butt because they don't quite marry up to the grid sections that are below. I would prefer something, maybe something a bit more rounded, hexagonal, something just to fit in here without having these triangle sections. Well, maybe keep the triangle sections for people who've already built these houses, but add some more polygonal shapes. Have the squares, have the like 90-degree triangles, have something that's slightly different. People want to build houses, let them build. The people must build. Also, where are the ladders and where are the flagpoles? Because we don't get those on the PC version of the game. Wait, what? Yeah, we don't get the towers that allow us to build straight up. Little triangle towers. We get the triangle bases, but they don't come with ladders. Oh. And you don't get a flagpole. No flagpole. There are certain things that are just not available in the PC version that are available in the console version, which is kind of strange. So, what was here? I think that was another one forward. And we are out. We need one more clay. The one more clay that's probably on the top of the farmhouse. Okay, that's not a problem. It's not an issue. So we're going to need to get some material anyway because we're kind of out. Got a little gap here now. I can't... Ooh, I can jump from here though. Let's just fall. Sploosh. Okay. What is down here? A log. Oh, there's quite a few bits and pieces that are just on the floor. So I want to preserve the ability to jump from the house. And that is something that has to be preserved, but I just need the house looking nicer, you know? It's just one of those things. So we'll do that. We have some lashings. Interesting. There's a hammer here. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So, the hammer and the log and lashings. Okay, let's just check this. Here it is. So, we need 4 sticks, 1 axe, 1 hammer. So, we need 4 sticks. Oh, that's okay. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 1 of 4. Oh, we had more than that in our pants. Alright, that's not a problem. Drop that down, and then... Don't want that hammer. I don't think it's going to take a refined hammer to build this, but... Plank station. Boop. Right, it did not. Okay. So I'll just tap that. Pick you up and put you behind me somewhere. You can go there. And then we can build another one. So, plank station. You can come here and then tap that. Hello, the hammer just flew off sideways. Pick you up and take you over here and drop you here with the other axe. And this one's at 44% durability, so pick the hammer up and put you there, and then another plank station, please. There we go. Oh, but wait. I know. So these 2 axes are now 100% durability each, and this one is... Dunk. Where are you? 123 days survived. Pick you up and you'll be 100%. Oh, 99. Oh yeah, because I just used it to chop that. But they're all 100% except for one, which has got 1 chop out of it. Okay, I'll just drop the lashings down. I should make a pile. That's a thing. Did I just pick up? No, I didn't. Did I just pick up and answer my own question? A leaf. A leaf. Why did I pick up a leaf? I don't know. There we go. So inventory is somewhat full. We're gonna need more floors. So food and water are actually kind of not great. We're gonna need to deal with that because we are still doing the survival part of the survival game. So have a little jump onto the boat, onto the quayside, slurp directly out of the water stills. There we go, that's done. And then we can grab some meat from the bar and grill. Good, excellent. I do like things a little bit more spread out on this particular home. So we grab a little bit of table meat. Beep. So everything is tippity top. Nice. And the house is looking a bit more... Yeah, that's looking a bit more defined. Well defined. Alright. We're going to need the internal bits for the floors. Oh. but also a little hammer action for the last section. That's not the last section. This is the last section. Are you going to go in? You are going to be a pain in the butt. You need to go there. And it's not going to lock, is it? No, because it wants to lock on what's below. Ooh, I'm going to need to bash that out. I'm going to need to break something. It's fine. We'll knock this down enough. Am I hitting the right thing? If I'm hitting the wrong thing, we're going to fall into the sea. Or we're going to fall into the raft. Because at this point, it's not going to hold us up. It will hold a physics object, but it won't hold the player. So let's just see. Can I now build? No. But that was tantalizingly close. When I cancelled it, it went white. You're not locking, are you? You're not happy. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll just dismantle this section anyway, and everything will fall down, fall away. 30 hits. 30 hits. Why is there still durability system for things like this? That is an excellent question. Don't know. I don't know why the durability system still exists. Oh no, that was a bad move. Didn't have enough forward momentum. The momentum wasn't gained. Alright, so that should now lock in, and that should now lock in. Sometimes you gotta break stuff in order to make stuff. Really? Is that what we're going with? I mean, the answer is absolutely yes. Yeah, no, that's just the way of the game. Sometimes items clip into each other in such a way that the game doesn't know that they've clipped into each other. It's a very strange system. Right, so we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 walls. And we can put another floor in here. If we're very careful. There it is. You're going to walk backwards and forwards slightly, so we'll hammer this in. So, how do we put a set of stairs in so we can walk up from the outside? I'm not sure we can. We would have to sort of build outwards, like a little jetty outwards, in order to get in from the side. But what we can do is just start putting walls on. So what we could do is have like an archway so we can still drop down out of the sides of the building. Which means having sort of half walls here and here. May as well mirror them on the other side. So half wall here and here. Good. We're gonna need sticks though. Ooh, sticks. Is that how you're doing it? And you also leaving the hole here for the steps? I mean, you can. It's not too bad. So there's that and that. I think we're definitely going to have half wall here and definitely going to have half wall here. Absolutely, which means we're probably going to have a half wall here and a half wall here. Good. Excellent. Now we've got a bunch of walls up, but we're doing mixed media. So we're going to put these half walls in first, so we get the brick uprights and not the stick uprights, because we want to put green leafy green half walls in. But in order to do that, if we put the leafy green half walls in first, the uprights will be sticks and not bricks. If we put the bricks in first, it looks like the roof is being held up by something substantial. And since we're going to look at it for a long time, we may as well get it right the first time rather than have to demolish everything like we did previously. Yes, I did a lot of demolition last time. In between episodes, it was something pain in the butt. Why are you talking like that? I don't know. It's probably the sun. Yeah, it's giving us a little bit of heat stroke just out here. So we are going to give this a little tap in. It's also interesting because we can see down below there's no coral. But if we were to jump into the ocean, the coral will form around the player. Oh, so it just draws an area around the player. Yep, and it doesn't take altitude into account. Oh, interesting. So yeah, if we were to hoof out there, we would see all the coral actually draw around us. It's just a little curio. So we got this wall, this wall, this wall, and this. How many walls have we got? 2, 4, 6, like 8? Yeah, 4 and 8. That's 2 more. I think this is already looking partly more substantial, but also a little bit better in terms of internal volume as well. So we get this one in, and then just check the SPF, and then this one in. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So it's 2 sticks per half wall. Now I'm thinking of leaving the sides open again, just to... Yep, there's another hammer. We've already used 2 hammers. Alright, let's jump down here. Avoid hitting the raft. Oh, yeah, the coral. So from above, there was no coral in the ocean. Here it is. You actually have to get to a point where you can... it's just done in a distance around the player. What was that noise? That was me making noise. I'm sorry. Okay, that's a lot less than I thought it was going to be. Also, the SPF, we're kind of glowing in the sun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to be 4 and 4. That's as much as we can take. Ooh, alright. Alright. I'll do a little bit more. I'll do a little bit more so we can see what's going on. We should probably make some aloe salve. Yeah. Down here, the SPF is going to be going up. But it's in between. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. So, hammer. And we are going to need a wall. Wood half wall. Oh, look. There's no wood uprights. It just doesn't draw the wood uprights. It doesn't render them. It's not that they're in the bricks. They're just not. They just don't exist. So that's kind of neat. What we'll do is do that one there. Making sure the stick's on the inside. Good. Yeah, this feels a lot better. A little bit more organic. And very similar to the house that we had before. Very similar to the house we had before, which means it's also going to have the same problems as the house we had before. It's not giving us the wood half walls that I need. There we go. The house that we had before was perched on top of a single tower. It didn't have... Oh, that's all done. So it didn't have the ways out that we have here. It didn't have the underslung walkway. It didn't have this big old hole, which, I'm going to be honest, I think it kind of works better than what we had before. We can do one of 3 and 1 of 3. Let's put in another couple of these just to clear out the inventory. Yes, now we know. Now we know. So even though these don't align with the square foundation pieces or the square floors that are below, it doesn't matter because it's picking up its alignment from the things that it's connected to. So it still looks like the walkway below is holding this place up. 1 of 2, all right, okay. So we'll run this way. And we'll go over to the Great White Bar and Grill and see what's going on over here. So we stand up. So yeah, it looks a lot better. It looks bigger, more substantial. Overhang is kind of significant. We could build out and then see if we could put a set of steps up, maybe sideways, so you can get up into the side of the house. I might do that seaward side rather than aircraft side and just have it open so we can drop down into the water. That might be a thing. Or we can always build out. I think we built out last time, just a little platform. We can do the same thing here, but it does mean with these square sections on the outside, it's going to be a lot easier to put a roof on. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So we have completely demolished the old house and started building the new house. It has a more refined structure, it has a more refined shape, and hopefully it's going to be a much more livable space on the inside. So if you like these videos, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want notifications, dingle the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell, and I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.